What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome to Chapel Hill, North Carolina, Keenan Memorial Stadium, the home of the North Carolina Tar Heels. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the Tulane Green Wave, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the North Carolina Tar Heels. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. The Tar Heels will get us underway with the opening kickoff. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Green Wave offense takes the field, and they'll have the first possession of the game. And they're going to be met by one of the best defenses in the nation, David. And I know seeing a defense doing what they want, when they want to do it, makes you a happy man.
Well, a defense is starting to make a comeback. I'm excited about this new era of football. We're seeing better tackling, and we're seeing better coverage than we were a couple years ago. And this defense is fun to watch them on tape, fun to talk to their coaches. Jesse, this defense has been consistent all year long.
And they're dialed in, and they're so talented. They've got multiple NFL draft picks on that side of the football, and they don't have to change a lot week to week. This defense dominates. They do what they do, and they don't care if you know it. You can't do anything against them.
Tulane lines up on 3rd and short. They'll move the wide receiver. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for room. It's Pugh. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately. A 3-yard loss.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start.
There he goes. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Sends it back in motion. Oh, better look out. You'll take this every time. 5 yards on the first down play.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. And you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The 7th play of this opening drive, they'll need to move the chains on 3rd and short. And from this angle, I don't think he got the first down. The defense won at the line of scrimmage. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on 4th down. Just across the 20 with a first down at the 19.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, 4th down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive away as there's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Back to pass. Unloads to the right. Big guy smells it. He wrestles him down at the 3 after the grab. It'll be 1st and goal. Tulane with an opportunity on 1st and goal. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. They knock him down finally, but boy, he was trying to make something out of that, and he stopped short of the first down marker. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Off play action. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack. Now on 4th down, they'll settle for a field goal try. Not a chance. Missed it. And guys, after the miss, no change in the score. The Tar Heels offense will have its first possession of the game. And it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost in that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure. So no different today. The defense obviously watched the film, and they're going to come out and they're going to try to do the exact same thing and get this guy rattled. So this quarterback, he has to know what to expect early in this one, David.
If I'm his offensive coordinator, I want to get started off on the right foot, man. Get the ground game going. Make it easy, because last week was such a disaster. We want to turn the page. We need some confidence. We need some good mojo. First drive, we need something good to happen early so we can forget about that last week.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. The sure hands, it's Lewis. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. And the Tar Heels will call on their punt team. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. Makes a nice grab at the 25. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. First play of this drive comes from the 27. And they're not quite in rhythm there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Signals for the fair catch and looks it in at the 40. Wants to go up top on first down. Out of the backfield, he's open.
The quick passing game does several things. One, it doesn't let the pass rush get you. Those great defensive linemen, the ball's coming out so fast they can't get there. And then what else? It gets me ahead of the sticks. I don't have to worry about getting in long yardage and predictable situations.
Makes the stop at the 49, giving 5 yards on the play and a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. They go to the ground. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Yeah, not great blocking up front. They're struggling to get the running game going. And tell you what, they got to find something. Last week it was a bad performance, and this offense has got to get some momentum early in this game to find something that they do really, really well and someone they can count on.
I really like the slot receiver, and I understand he's not the biggest guy in the world, but he just runs really good routes, and he's always under control. He can run option routes. He can run double moves. He does a great job cutting, and he's dangerous after the catch. Nice weapon to have work in the middle of the field.
And the defense stands up this offensive line and stuffs him right at the line of scrimmage. He didn't get it. Maybe a little long for a field goal. Definitely too short to punt. Not much of a choice here as they'll go for it on 4th down. Here comes the heat. And they got him. A sack denies the try to convert on 4th down. Offense bringing in the big boys. Heavy personnel. They'll give it to the back. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. On the option. He'll pitch it. Over to move. And with that stop, we are headed toward the end of the first quarter. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. They'll try to run for it. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48.
Offenses that are great on third downs, what do most of the time? They keep it in manageable situations where they're not predictable, not just dropping back to pass. They do it here on third and short. They convert. This offense has been so efficient on third downs all throughout this season.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. And this Wildcat is going to be declawed, stopped in the backfield. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. To the ground with the back. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down. This Tulane offense has a great drive going. Now on the option. Now the toss. Turning it on. And he finds some solid space. Makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop him. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Working that wide receiver screen. Looks as if that'll be enough for a Tulane first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Gets the back moving. Off the play fake on first down. On the move to his left. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Green Wave with plenty of options here on second and short. He's wrestled to the ground right at the 15-yard line, and a big red zone opportunity here.
And you kind of thought in that situation the QB might keep it, but makes the right read. Gets it to the pitch man, and what does he do? Gets downhill. Get downhill and get that first down. New set of downs. Nice execution on the option by this offense.
Well, one of the reasons this offense likes the option game with the quarterback is to use his speed and try to attack the perimeter of the field. The defense, though, not having any of it. You saw the contain on the play, forcing him back in the middle of the field, and they're able to corral him for it.
And the rush will get to him at the 25.
Man, this offense, they gotta find something. They gotta get in the rhythm somehow. So far, no success, not protecting the quarterback. Really, the only good thing I can say so far is they haven't turned the football over.
Takes a hit as he fires. And it's picked off at the goal line. That's one way to make a stop.
Man, it's really nice as a defense to force third and long, where you can bring in the nickel, Jesse, and you can play zone coverage with those zone eyes on the quarterback.
Yeah, as a quarterback, too, you got to know with that extra DB out there, your timing better be good and you better be accurate, because if you're not, they've got ball hawks on the back end, and that errant throw gets picked.
Backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. They'll run it from the gun. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
Run game is good. Balance is good. Now listen, if the run game isn't good, then you got to pass the football a little bit more. But sometimes you got to keep them honest, take them chunk by chunk.
Quickly to the flat, the wide receiver screen. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
These are the plays as a defense that mean so much for so many reasons. Getting in the backfield, obviously getting the sack, so putting him a little bit behind the sticks, but also hitting that quarterback, making him think. That goes a long way in disrupting the quarterback's rhythm.
explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Finds his big tight end. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. Tulane to the line, facing second and short. Using his legs, it's Pugh. And he never had a chance, just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Already in chip shot field goal range at the 21, but this third and short, they're still thinking touchdown. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. That'll be enough for a first down, and they've got it at the 16-yard line. Tulane looking to put one on the board from the red zone. Goes to the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on second down. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Green Wave. When you're handed a break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Arizona State is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Sun Devil Stadium, but despite the forks up right now, this one is tight. They're up by 7 over Utah. We'll circle back if anything changes in this interesting Big 12 matchup. Back to you guys.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Out of the gun, the running back has it. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Going to swing it on second down. Caught over the middle. It's Pettis. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly. Looking to throw on first down. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. From the gun, wants to pass. He lobs one high down the left side. And trying to put points on the board on third down. Now they're staring at fourth down. The Tar Heels will line up to punt it away. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Pressure coming. Pulls it in. It's Pugh. They get him out of bounds. Couple of yards short of midfield. They'll mark it at the 48, and this offense is rolling. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42.
Boy, this defense is ridiculous. On point. They know how to rush the passers. Multiple guys getting it done. 5 sacks, and we are still...
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Boy, and that might be the break this defense needed right before the half. You're down. You need to make a play. They can't score any more points. This one could get out of hand now. You have set your offense up right before the half to maybe close this gap.
We'll see them really hit the speed button on the tempo here in the final minute of the first half. He'll start this drive firing. And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Really need to find a productive play this time on 2nd and long. Give to the running back. Across the 25. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment. Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. To the air on 2nd down. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. And the defense makes the tackle, but not before he gets down to the 2. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. So they are denied a touchdown on this drive, but they'll try to put up a 3-spot before the break. He splits the uprights. That'll bring him to within 4. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Coverage team there to make the stop. They avoid disaster, and that's the end of the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, a magnificent broadcast so far there today in Chapel Hill. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Kenan Memorial Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. And he's going to bring it out. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. They'll snap this one to start the drive from their own 22. Looking downfield on 1st down. Just tried to drop a little floater in there, and it's incomplete.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what they're...
Oh, he's got some space. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Hand off from the shotgun. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7. Got a little work done on 1st down. Now back to the line. Second down, he'll throw it. Under fire. Gets rid of it. Finds his man. It's Keene. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep him from getting the 1st down. The give to the back. And the defense stops him just short of the 1st down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. And the Tar Heels have their whole playbook open here on 2nd and inches. He'll do it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
This has got to be disappointing if you're the offense, guys. You were expecting to have a lot of success running the ball, especially against this defense, which has struggled so much this season, but just nothing doing. They have not been good enough in the trenches so far.
They got zero push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield. And for the second time tonight, they'll trot out the field goal kicker. Right down the boulevard. That brings them to within one. After putting up the field goal, they're set to kick it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. The give to the tailback. Great penetration by this defense, and they knock him down behind the line, a loss of 1.
And you're seeing on both sides really hard to run the football in this one. You've got to give both of these defenses tons of credit. They are so physical up front. These defensive lines can take the game over, and right now, it's tough sledding on the ground.
He was able to squirt free and pick up a few and avoid a negative play there. The Green Wave lining up, facing 3rd and long. Back to throw, it's Boyd. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. They bring the punter onto the field now. He'll go back to work and punt it away for the second time. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. They'll start this drive 60 yards in front of them from their own 40. They'll start this drive going to the air. Catch in the middle. It's Keene. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. The Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. The give to the back. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a 1st down. They moved the chains on the ground last time. Let's see if they try to hit him up top. Looking to throw on 1st down. Quick completion on the out. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on 1st down. Moves around to clear up the vision. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
These last 2 plays really are a microcosm of why this guy is so dangerous as a dual-threat quarterback. He showed you the arm talent. He showed you the accuracy on the previous completion. And then on this play, it's not open, so he takes off and runs and gets it. There's so many different ways this guy can affect you as a defense because of his athleticism, man. He is a special talent.
Under fire. He just got rid of that one to save the down. Didn't see anything he liked. It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. Here we go, here we go. From the gun, wants to pass. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone. And this field goal team has been busy. This kicker comes out for the 3rd time tonight. He got it. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Hey, guys, we've got a final in a game that just wrapped up here in the SEC. South Carolina somehow, some way, found a way there in Columbia and picked up a much-needed victory. It wasn't a masterpiece, but let's be honest, it wasn't a loss either. An SEC clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. He'll ride his man on the option. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe, 2nd and 7.
Nice job by this defense playing assignment football. Somebody has to have the quarterback. Somebody has to have the pitch. And most importantly, when you get there, you got it.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Fires to the tight end. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Waves the arm for the fair catch, and the catch is made close to the 30-yard line. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Really nice job creating his own space, running with attitude. He's up to the 37-yard line. The Tar Heels can really attack on this second and short. From the gun, the running back has it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Tar Heels come to the line on third and short, trying to convert here. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic fourth-quarter finish. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They'll try to power their way ahead. They thought they could just run it on third and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Tar Heels will punt this one away. He's getting a lot of work, fourth time he's punted tonight. He couldn't find much running room there, didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing that, get that one positive.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. Bounced right back to them.
It's so hard to force fumbles, and when you do, you so badly want to get them. You're crawling, you're doing whatever you can to get there as a defender, but the offense fortunate enough to cover it back up.
On third and long, no secret what he needs here. That pass not close as he got thrilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. So the first play of the drive will come from the 43. Going to the ground. All things considered, he's probably lucky to be back to the line of scrimmage.
And when you're down later in the football game, you got to start taking some chances, and that was a beautiful run blitz. Great job playing the probability, understanding it might be a run to run some clock, and they guess right, and they make a big play for this defense.
Well, you haven't seen a lot of incompletions from this guy now in his last 2 games out. Completed over 70% of his throws last week. He's doing it again in this game. As a head coach, he got a
lofts one high and deep. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover. And they capitalized not only on the pick, but the great return to give the offense tremendous field position. They'll run the option. The pitch. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, or whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front. That was a big MO for this offense coming into it. But the defense, they've risen to the occasion. Their front seven has dominated this entire game.
Right down the middle. And this is going to be incomplete on third down. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Wants to bring it back. They'll get down and put a stop for this return. They'll mark it at the 32. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's intercepted. A huge fourth quarter play for this defense.
Well, what a play by the defense there. Trailing here in the fourth quarter by one possession. Able to steal it away now and put their offense in position to at least go tie this game.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. The option look. He'll pitch it. What a nice job by the defense to string it out, not give him any kind of alley, and knock him down for a loss. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to pass, it's Boyd. And the pass is knocked down, incomplete, but they were in the neutral zone. Defense jumped, and it's going to negate a really good play.
Yeah, and you see some people get upset with offsides on the defense. I call it the cost of doing business. It's just part of being great off the football. Sometimes you'll guess, and sometimes you'll be wrong. The first one is always on me, Coach, and then the second one, usually he takes me out of the game.
Wide receiver going in motion. They'll run the option. Power football with the run. They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. On the run, it's Q. He's stopped again, and he's had a busy night, if not necessarily a productive one so far. The Green Wave put itself in a mess behind the sticks here on 2nd down. He'll pull it on the read. There he goes. A huge play there, and they finally get him out of bounds at the 37.
The defense has got to do a better job with assignment football. Somebody has to be accounting for the quarterback on these run plays. You know you're going to see it. You've seen it on film. The option play, nobody home. He just takes off. That's an easy first down pickup for the offense. Moving forward now, the defense, they've got to settle in, and they've got to start playing better when it comes to assignment football.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Kick the field goal from here. It's a 51-yarder. Get a few on 3rd down, and life is much better. Flips it out on the screen. Almost popped free on the screen, but he stopped short of the line to gain. It's 4th down.
And I think if I'm a QB, I like the decision. I get it to my running back, who's really good after the catch, who's really good with the ball in his hands, but the defense did the job. They got him on the ground. They gave up some yards, but they forced the 4th down.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in 4th and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They could have used a little bit more there. Pick up of 3. It's 3rd and 7. Trying to pick up a first down. We reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Tulane comes to the line. Lots of work to do on 3rd down. They'll leave it with him. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top.
And These are the big decisions you have to make in a football game. How confident are you in your defense? That's all this decision comes down to. If I kick a field goal and I trust my defense, that's how this game could end. Or do I want to roll the dice because I don't believe in my defense?
This kicker is going to need nerves of steel on this one. And this to put them on top as we get close to closing time. And it's right down the boulevard.
And now they've taken the lead in the final 2 minutes and set the stage for a great finish.
Well, the offense and special teams did their job, right? Here late in the fourth quarter, they put themselves now in position to win this game. It all comes down to the defense. Can they deliver? If they get the stop, they win this game.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. RPO complete to open the drive. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short game there. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. Wants to fire on second down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Keene. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, the inside give. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43. And the Tar Heels with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. They'll try to get the first through the air. Trying to escape and get it himself. He gets the job done, picking up the first down, then getting down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Punts it out of the air. Showing off that power as he plows ahead to the 38. They're at their fastest tempo trying to get off this 3rd down play. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Bringing the heat. The offense coughs it up, and they were on the move. Oh, the loose ball recovered by the offense, but they don't have enough for the first down. It'll be a turnover on downs.
Well, the offense is able to avoid disaster right there. Problem is they fumbled it, but thankfully they were able to jump back on and not have a turnover.
And a nice, solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Takes the handoff. It's Pugh. And he doesn't find much running room. A short gain on the play. Fans of defense probably love this game, guys. Fans of offense, not so much. But fans of winning? Oh, everybody's a fan of winning, and they found a way to get it done.
A win is a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how you get it done. This was not pretty by any stretch. Phenomenal defense, offense. They've got a lot of work to do coming up. But at the end of the day, David, that's a happy locker room.
Yeah, you know what? You pretty boys say it's not pretty. That was beautiful. That was gorgeous. You talk about hitting people. You talk about tackling. You talk about physicality. Yes, please. I like all those. It's pretty to me.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.